Hey everyone, my name is Matt. Welcome to my shop. Today is August 17th, and this is my weekly shop update. So I am back from my trip to Denver. I spent 6 days last week with Mark Spagnola in his shop, and I had an absolute just blast. It was so much fun and so weird at the same time. That was the first time I ever worked in someone else's shop, so it was definitely different, like getting used to the layout and the different machines and just the way things are organized and all that. Just kind of a weird experience, but overall a really good one. It was really fun to actually have someone else in the shop that you were working with and kind of knew what was going on. So that was a ton of fun. So last week I showed you guys with Mark the 2 frames we had made that day. The day I had actually got there, I shot last week's shop update like right before I went to bed that night. That's why we're kind of extra goofy. But we actually ended up shooting 2 more frame videos on like joinery alternatives. So the first 2 were mitered, and then I did a bridal joint frame out of curly maple, and Mark did a half lap frame out of bobinga. And those videos will be part of the free series we're doing over in the guild, and that along with another frame video and all the other stuff that goes along with it will be available over there on the guild probably sometime next month. There's a lot of work that still has to go on in the back end here, but I'm really excited about those. So we got through all of that, and then we decided that we would do sort of a collaborative build kind of thing where we each built a project in the shop, and Mark decided to build a garden gate for his yard, and I decided to build a bar stool. So we're going to have those 2 videos out in probably a few weeks. Mark still has to finish his garden gate. So real quick, let's take a look at some clips of putting this whole bar stool together. Hey, there's a hole there.
Don't ever listen to Shannon.
So I did the bar stool over the course of 2 days, maybe like 2.5 days, I guess. And it's probably like the fastest thing I ever built in my life, and I was really happy with the overall result. Now the actual the top where your butt goes, that's the top, I guess, or the seat, I guess. There you go. The seat for that stool, wasn't super happy with the final shaping, but since I was leaving, I didn't really have a whole lot of choice. I wanted to get something at least done enough that it could be into a video. So that stayed there with Mark, and I think he's going to kind of play with the shape of the seat a little more, and then it might either become another stool for his shop, or he might make a matching set for his house. We'll see if he ever gets around to that. But fun experience, nevertheless. I got a little bit of an update on the Highboy, so let's check that out. So over here on the Highboy, I had the front assembly almost complete. So I have the top rail installed that gets dovetailed into the top of the legs. And then I also have the first divider here that's in a sliding dovetail into the legs, which ties it all together. So the last bit of framework I have to do on the outside here is to add the dividers that will subdivide this lower area here into 3 drawer areas. I was going to hold these on here, but anyway, they go on there. It gets divided up into 3 drawers. Pretty exciting. These get dovetailed into the divider and the lower rail. So, you know, some more fun joinery on this thing, that's for sure. But that's moving along quite nicely. But let's take a look at some viewer projects. First this week is a pallet wood table by Fred. It's made from spalted white oak and finished with 2 coats of an oil-based fruit wood stain and 3 coats of oil-based polyurethane finish. Next is a bench with butterflies by Tyler. The bench is made from black walnut with poplar butterflies as bow ties. And you can find more of Tyler's work over on Instagram and on Facebook. Next is a shop stool by Daniel. Daniel made this stool from his workshop and it's made out of a wood called Anchico. He says it's a very hard and heavy wood which can be also used outdoors. The stool is joined with Morrison tenons and wedges. Daniel has a couple of videos over on his YouTube channel while making the stool, so be sure to check those out. Last of this week is an engagement ring box by Zach. Zach wanted to make his engagement even more special, so we decided to make a box for the engagement ring, and she said yes. Zach also has a video over on his YouTube channel while making this box, so be sure to check that out as well. So I think that's about all I have for this week. Thank you as always for watching. I greatly appreciate it. If you have any questions or comments about anything I talked about today, anything here in my shop, please feel free to leave me a comment. As always, I'll be happy to answer any questions you might have. And until next time, happy woodworking.